WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show, which is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining me in this segment is Director of Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. It's Dee Kruger. Dee, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. It's nice to be here.
It's nice to have you back here in studio, especially with the the spring semester. Let's get one of those.
There you go.
Let's get one of those seasons right with the spring semester having now wrapped up. And that's where we want to get into things here today.
Right.
With commencement and graduation.
Yes,
How'd
commencement was exciting as always to me. It was this past Friday at the Bank of Springfield Center, and we're so proud of our graduates because so many of our graduates lead busy lives. Some are students still in high school taking college classes. Many take classes and work full time, and then yet there's people who work full time, take classes, and have families. So we admire their dedication to complete and their perseverance. It's truly something to commend. That's commendable. Kind of exciting for Christian County was this year's commencement speaker was from Morrisonville, Olivia Hintzman. She's earning an associate degree in arts and psychology, and she served as a math tutor. And of all things, she wants to be a college math professor.
Yeah, well, hey, she's got an idea of what she wants to do, and that is very cool. And cool that it's from Morrisonville, keeps that community tight. And,
right.
The reason we laugh a little bit is a conversation about the word perseverance prior, but graduation, you had mentioned it to me, either it was last month or the month before, but how important graduation is to you, how much you enjoy it.
Sure.
For you, this one just, have any more weight to it, or did you feel like this one was, kind of?
Yeah, this one was kind of special because I think it'll be my last one. So that makes it kind of special, extra special.
And we'll talk about that here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
But with graduation and wrapping up, how many students did graduate?
I don't know. I think there was about 350, 375 in attendance or that graduated but a lot more graduated. Of course, they just didn't go through commencement.
That's an impressive number though.
Yeah.
Have you seen that kind of rise steadily, or is that something that kind of bounces?
It bounces around. We really try to push graduation and entice students to come. I always say, hey, you're graduating, you get a gift, you get taken out to dinner. What could be bad about that? So I really, try to tell my students, even if you're going on for that bachelor's degree, go ahead and take your associate degree and, be proud and walk across that stage. And if not for you, but for your family,
exactly. The people that supported you sometimes. And just being able to wrap up the spring semester and do so on a high note is a very nice way to really kind of wrap up your college, whether you're going on or maybe you're staying put with that associate's degree. Mm-hmm. So now with graduation wrapped up, now you're getting into the summer months and summer classes. What would you like to tell me there?
Summer classes are shorter. They're only 8 weeks instead of 16. So you still have 3 weeks before summer and 3 weeks after summer to take vacation and do all those fun summery things. Since it is only 8 weeks, of course, it goes twice as fast. So students usually only take 1 or 2 classes. Sometimes they focus on that one tough course or the one that they really don't want to do, like maybe speech. So our summer classes begin Monday, June 9th, and they can register all the way up to the day classes start. Of course, you're taking a chance of classes being full. And yes, online classes do get full. Some students think that we can have a multitude of people in online classes, like 100, but there's still only one teacher. So it's still limited to 25 to 30 because they have to grade all those papers and all those tests and everything like that. So that's kind of a misnomer. But yeah, summer registration now. You can see a complete list of classes on the website. And moving on into fall.
Yeah.
Fall's registration is now. We're offering a variety of classes at Taylorville, and I'm excited to report that our enrollment numbers are up. I don't know if that's because students are registering early or if we'll level out, but they're up right now, partially because my number of College Now students have increased by about 25%. So I'm excited for next year.
I'm sure. And it's that has been impressive in terms of how many students we've talked about it. I mean, we have kids as soon as like 8th grade almost.
Oh, yeah. Some of my 8th graders going to be freshmen have come to see me already.
It's
so
crazy. But generally, I believe we recommended the junior year is fine.
Yeah. The summer before your sophomore year, and then your junior year, or summer before your junior year is when you usually start, and then your junior and senior year, and you can wrap up quite a bit of credits doing that.
And for those that want to go above and beyond, you can start earlier. But I think we had 3 from the area that graduated with college now.
Yeah, 2 from Nokomis, Rebecca and Elizabeth Hill, and Niella Polly from Taylorville. So yeah, I'm quite proud of those graduates because they did the extra work, took the extra classes, and did 100 of other things too.
And that's the crazy part of it.
Yeah, they're in other activities, CEO, and you name it. And it's amazing what those students can do. And I can't wait to see what they do in the future.
And now they've got their associate's degree in hand, and they just graduated high school. So the world really is opened up to some of those students, whether it's you just got it or, whenever you get it. But really, really cool there. Fall registration, it's already open. Anything else when it comes to that?
Sure. We have a lot of general education courses. So your science, communication, social sciences, those kinds of things. We have a brand new course this fall coming up called Natural Disasters. It's on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 to 3:15. It's taught by our professor, Samantha Reef from Springfield. She's a really fun teacher. She has a really cool background. And if you like Twister, tornadoes, although that's not funny today, then you'll surely like learning about natural disasters. And then, of course, in the workforce arena, we have CNA. And we're going to offer Intro to Teacher Education and Instructional Technology through our RISE technology. So the teacher will actually be in Springfield, but we'll have a few students in Taylorville immersed in the classroom through video and audio.
And that was that classroom that you were telling me was like, they're gone, but there's no delay. There's no
delay. It's like you're right there in the room with them.
Yeah. A different version or a much improved version to a hybrid or something like that.
Right.
So that will be something to kind of experience coming up in that fall semester.
And I see that we can do more with that, especially for the classes that we would have small numbers in. Litchfield may have a few, Taylorville has a few, and then Springfield has the most. And then we can still offer that to our students locally.
Yeah. And I think just in terms of not having the presence, but having the presence be there, be in real time, I think the world of that personally.
Yeah.
I'm not a big online class guy. It's just tough. So, but going to a spot, getting into the classroom and still having that available to you, I think is important.
Speaking of online classes being tough, a lot of students think they're easier. No, they're not. Just because you can take the test and use your book doesn't mean they're any easier, because there's usually time limits on those tests and you can't look over every answer. But you're left there on your own to read the book and comprehend and learn on your own pretty much. So I always tell students, if you're taking online the first time, at least take something you're interested in. If you hate history, we're not going to take history online because it's only going to be worse. So if you want to do something online, some students come in and want to do all 4 online to begin with, and that makes me a little nervous. But they're successful most times. That's a lot to get used to. Brand new environment, brand new learning environment, and to take all your classes that way it's daunting for sure.
I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate you leading some kids down a different direction potentially, than taking them all, if at all possible, online. So,
right.
And then for folks that are, they've just graduated. Now they don't maybe know where their next step is. We've got a campus visit day in order to maybe start figuring some things out.
Yes, campus visit day at our main campus in Springfield is Tuesday, June 24th from 5:30 to 8. There is a registration form for the free event, just so we make sure we have enough goodies for everybody. Yes, there is swag involved. Anything to entice students to come look at the campus, look and see, talk to the professors, talk to financial aid, talk to everybody. What I like to say is in Taylorville, every day is campus visit day, because if you want to drop by, we'll give you a tour. We'll talk about financial aid. We'll get you in some classes or talk about them. So it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can get everything done within, an hour, 2 hours, and walk out a college student. So we're happy with that. There's also summer youth camps in Springfield for like future loggers baseball, basketball, softball, volleyball, and soccer camps. those I hope in the future, maybe we can bring those down to Taylorville. Always looking for new opportunities to offer our students. Then we also in Springfield have the traditional college for kids. They have everything from yoga to honeybees to American Sign Language, orchestra, theater, culinary. Yeah, that's where I would be, is the culinary classes. It's real fun because they make cookies fancy and fudge and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So um, we will be closed for Memorial Day on Monday, May 26th. And then our summer hours begin this week. We are open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5.
Monday through Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And they can give us a look at our website because we have our classes out there and everything. If you just go to llcc.edu/Taylorville, you can see that list of classes, see what your next steps are, things like that.
I like the sound of this college for kids. I think this is the first time that I've heard about this through you. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Back about 20 years ago, we had a very strong college for kids. And then it kind of died out. And I think it's time to bring it back. And I'm not talking about college for kids like braiding hair. Those are fun classes, but really I want them to be career oriented or talk about college and those kinds of aspirations. The honeybees is really cool because Lincoln Land has a whole honeybee site. You can have your own honeybee hive and see how much honey your hive creates over the semester, and then you are crowned honeybee or something like that. I haven't read all the instructions to it yet, but it's kind of a neat thing. For example, Taylorville FFA sponsors one of our honeybee hives, and I believe the sponsorship is like 4 pounds of sugar, something like that.
Making your honey,
and you can decorate your own hive if you want to. And yeah, it's really pretty cool. And out at the campus, we have a makeshift hive, no bees, but you can lift up where the honey would be, and there's actually lots of information about honeybees. So, few years ago, honeybees were, close to being extinct, or not extinct, but we saw a lot less of them.
Sure.
So now with this, and the honeybees, I've just heard it all over that's a lot of people are getting into that.
It's interesting how many different things are growing and becoming fads, and so a cool way to incorporate that. And then also, like you said, culinary, learning how to maybe make some dishes with some of the things that we are finding out there. And so college for kids, I appreciate you bringing that up, because that sounds like a fun way to also kind of get people introduced and also career oriented, as you mentioned there as well. Joining us right now in studios, the director of LLCC here in Taylorville, it's Dee Kruger. We'll come back around and we'll talk more about LLCC and maybe some personal ventures with Dee in just one moment. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. WTIM.
We hope to see you on the trail.
This is Cammie Payne, General Manager of the Miller Media Group. We, along with TCCU, are proud to bring you the Community Spotlight each month.
TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
A good education is much more than a technical knowledge of algebra, English, history, literature, arts, and sciences. It also challenges students to learn to think, to analyze the problems at hand, and to search for the right solutions. The members of the class of 2025 are ready to put their education to work, and we offer them our best wishes for success in the years ahead.
This Good Luck Grads message is brought to you by Advanced Title Group Incorporated, Christian County's oldest and only locally owned title company, 101 South Washington Street in Taylorville.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show, which is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining me in this segment is Dee Kruger. She's the director of Lincoln Land Community College here in Taylorville. We talked about commencement, getting into the summer classes and into fall semester as well, and a campus visit day coming up on June 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. There is one last bit here that we have not touched on, and that is your pending retirement.
Yes.
Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you.
You've been very committed to Lincoln Land Community College for a long time, and now it's your time to be committed to some things outside of it.
Right.
What does retirement look like for you at this moment?
At this moment, I'm looking at a lot of Netflix and a lot of books that have been stacking up that I wish I could read, but I'm always reading something for college-oriented things, it seems. But now I can read for pleasure, so I'm excited about that. Stephen King will be happy.
Okay. And there will be plenty of time to read and catch up on some shows for you. In terms of some family time, I'm sure that you want to get around for that.
My great-granddaughter just turned 2 yesterday, so she's a bundle of joy. So I hope to spend more time with her. We hope to travel. We love to travel. Michigan is my favorite place to go other than Hawaii. I don't think we'll be traveling there anymore. My daughter lives in Hawaii, but she's moving to Virginia here in October. So I'm happy she's closer to home.
Yeah.
But it's not as exciting as Hawaii was.
No.
I went 3 times. I really wanted to go 4, but I just couldn't see paying that airline flight again. But I'm happy that she's going to be home and closer by than that was for sure. I think the drive time is like 7.5 hours, so that's very doable.
Yeah, you can't quite drive across the Pacific Ocean.
No,
so I can see where it's a little too full there on that end. Anything else that you look forward to when it comes to your retirement?
I'm hoping to just kind of have a second career because I still want to work part-time, full-time. I haven't decided yet. Just depends on what kind of opportunities come to me. So if anybody wants anybody out there, no, I'm just teasing. I'm not looking that serious. I don't have to work, but I want to work just to stay young. So. And
D, for you, kind of last question here. How long had you been with LLCC? And what are you kind of leaving behind a little bit? Sure.
I started in the Department of Corrections and I worked there for 4 years at Lincoln Land. And then I've been with Lincoln Land overall 32.5 years. I count that 0.5 because that's what did it in. No, 32 years was fine. Then the 0.5. But no, I'm ready to do something different. I'm excited about some of the opportunities that may come my way. So I'll miss Lincoln Land. I'll miss all the students for sure. I always look forward to the time I get to spend with students. And I'll miss the staff and faculty as well. It's just a home. It's like a family at Lincoln Land in Taylorville.
Well, it's great to hear. And I'm excited for you. Again, Dee Kruger, Director of Lincoln Land Community College, Taylorville, joining us and here talking a little bit about her retirement. Well, we hope to see you next month.
Yes.
And we plan to see you next month. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.9 FM Pena Nokomis.